ever going to be like late like that, it's because of the kid.
Yeah, that's fair enough. How dare you be a loving parent?
Yeah, God forbid that I cuddle my son and put him into sweetly into his crib at night. You know?
Yeah, how dare you?
Oh yeah, I can't believe
we are anti-father. Ever notice none of the characters here have parents?
No one here has parents.
You ever notice that all of my characters are old enough to be dads?
There's a trend there.
Anyway, welcome
the intro
to the Cosmic Library. I, of course, am your host, Goon the Unending, the librarian here in this MC Escherin, just absolute madhouse of ancient tomes and slightly less ancient tomes. I am not the game master for today, as we continue on our series. That is this edgy young adult graphic novel that is Cyberpunk Chop Shop. That honor is bestowed unto the sauce god himself, master of broth, the thenoodledoodler. So I will just swirl these cosmic energies around and send them his way as you take on this new power.
I don't know where that went physically, but
it's magic. Don't worry about it. A wizard did it.
Wizard did it. Hi, I'm Kelvin, aka Noodle, aka the thenoodledoodler, aka your Gonk Master for this Cyberpunk game. And fun fact, I was looking through my messages with Video James just now to get a detail about his character, and instead of asking what he smuggles in his backstory, I asked what he snuggles, and
obviously it's his son. The answer has come.
My sweet baby boy.
Does Rux have any kids that we don't know about?
Yeah, he's got a family that he doesn't know where they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, so does Crow.
Yeah, like enough kids were involved. I don't know. Anyway, so last we left off, you guys were in a pretty rough spot, having, I think I'd safe to say, thoroughly botched this job on Phantom Cybernetics. Technically, you could still salvage it a little bit. Last we left off, Dr. Chrome was stabilized, but not doing good in the back of the car.
Just kind of
Lorenzo was doing what he can to get information off a damaged server set. Jason and Ares were currently kidnapping a guy. Actively. And Rux, one way or another, revealed that one Anastasia here is actually an old friend of his by the name of Crazy Lacey.
Crazy Lacey, what are you doing?
I do believe we left off on acoustic guitar serenading these two.
Yeah. But anyway, with that, the people's job was to find what Phantom Cybernetics is doing to cut costs in a way that no one else is able to do. I think it's safe to say we haven't figured that one out.
Not just
we last left off, I think, with Rux coming out of the car to talk to Crazy Lacey, and I think that is probably the best place to get started here.
Yeah, so...
What brought Rux Bastion in the middle of the city?
Well, these little assholes got me looped into a job, so...
Pointing to Dr. Chrome, who is, you, very injured.
He's just bleeding everywhere. It's bleeding all over Rosie. It's a whole mess.
Well, you have to get that cleaned out.
Yeah,
well, I got a new racket going. I don't take kindly to it being interrupted, Rux.
Well, fill me in. Maybe there's a deal we can cut here between our two jobs.
Make a conversation check.
All right. Oh boy, am I good at conversation? Probably not.
Oh, I feel like you would be. You feel folksy.
What do we got? Let me pull this.
Is there a way to give advantage in this? I don't think there is.
All right, where we got conversation?
Yeah.
All right, I got a plus 11 to that.
That's pretty good. That feels right.
That's about right. So we're rolling a D10.
Yep.
That is a 5 on the die, so that will be a 16 total.
16, I think, is enough for her to talk to old Rux Bastion about this. Well, I was reached out to by some people out here who were looking for, we'll say, shell representatives. People who knew a little bit about working on people to kind of be Anastasia, if you catch my meaning. and they're paying me a lot of good money to do it.
Hey, Doc. I knock on the side of the truck. What were we here for?
No, like yours is a truck, right? And so like Chrome has just been like eyes just over the side. Yeah, just over the side, just kind of watching with his floppy mohawk, kind of like a shark, and he's just kind of watching because he is very still close to dead, and this chick was going to blow his dick off, and so
she's still holding the gun, like this hand cannon of the revolver over her shoulder as she talks.
Rux is like doing the same pose, just like he's got his hands on his hips with the coat pushed off to the back, so he's kind of got like his elbows hanging off the back, but showing off the handgun on the waist.
Exact folksy, yeah. And she's sitting there leaning against the car, leaning against Rosie, gun over her shoulder.
He's handing her a cigarette. He's like, do you want?
God, it's been too long. You know, Anastasia doesn't smoke, which means I gotta wait till I get out.
That is a damn shame. What a terrible cover.
Fucking right.
But hey, Doc, what were we doing here again?
We wanted information about how they can do cyber dick so cheap.
Is that something you can just? Is that something you can just kind of detail, and we can head on out of here?
Make another conversation check.
Okay.
This is all happening, mind you, after we've killed several of her men.
Yeah. Well, her name is Crazy Lacey.
I guess the point is revoked then.
I rolled another 5, so that's another 16.
I'm putting these difficulties at 15, and you keep getting them.
Just one above.
Let's go.
If I got him like 15, will do 15 because it's Rux. Anyone else would be a 20, but you know, a nomad to nomad.
Rux can do anything.
Rux is fine.
Nomad to nomads. That's some information that you can partake with. We can, if you want, we'll throw the dead bodies in the back of the truck. You never saw a thing.
Would you? Well, listen, I can't give away the whole farm. You know how it is. That happens, my racket goes away.
Right.
I could give you some fake intel that looks pretty convincing.
I do one of those, like, you stick your fingers in your mouth and do like a real loud whistle. I can't do it myself.
Yeah,
but Rux can. Through the theater of the mind.
Yeah, through the theater of the mind. Rux sticks his pinkies in his mouth and blows a loud whistle. And he's like, hey, Lorenzo, Aries, do you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Normally there'd be doors in the way, but something blew up part of the building.
Just a hole in the building to walk through.
I look over at Jason like, you got this guy?
Yeah, I got him. You guys come out dragging the Netrunner, and she goes, no, you're gonna have to put that guy down.
Hey, guy, you want to put him down? We're working things out.
Would Jason put him down if Rux calmly said that?
I don't know.
I'm asking Smokey.
I don't know.
Are we gonna have to wait? Are we gonna have to wait for Lorenzo to come out?
I don't know.
Yeah, for now we can leave initiative. There's no other cards left to shoot at you.
Okay. Then I'm pretty much just looking on this computer, trying to get anything I can find and searching the drawers in this desk for pretty much anything.
There's not a lot. In fact, there's suspiciously not a lot.
Not even like a takeout menu or anything? Goodness.
I mean, yeah, it was very little. Like, most of the data was digital, and most of it got erased by the Netrunner in the few turns you guys couldn't find them. So, for the most part, all the, like, suspicious stuff, you get, like, where they're getting the parts from, you get information like that. But it's nothing that's going to be worth a lot.
I will download what I can into memory chips.
Gotcha. I'll trust you to just have memory chips for this job.
Yeah. And then I'll just leave. I suppose pick my gun up off the ground and start making my way out. Kind of tap Jason.
How much are they paying you for this job, Rux?
What was the pay again? Hey, Lorenzo, how much were we getting paid for this job?
Yeah, Lorenzo, how much were we getting paid for this job?
Depend on how much information we got away with.
But they don't. Let's just say, right now we kind of screwed the pooch in terms of what this job was supposed to be.
I would say if we get anything at all, she will give us the minimum payment of 1,000 each.
However, if we feed back, say Crazy Lacey gives us some information, they don't know the difference between what was true and what isn't true.
No, they don't. But if in the future that information leads them to botch another job, just like we botched this fucking one, then who are they gonna come after? The people who gave them that information.
Yeah, but we just got the information. It doesn't mean that we didn't know it was spoofed information. Hey, simple, right?
I don't think any good fixer's gonna care about if it's spoofed information or not, or who gave it, or if they knew it was spoofed information,
or who missed a very clear ball shot. No one's gonna care.
Who did Crazy Lacey say that?
I did.
Yes. So what fix are you working with?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Would you like to know?
Fair enough. I would.
I don't care.
Damn it.
Chrome, you've already fucked up enough. Why don't you keep your mouth shut regarding this, eh?
How about you suck it?
Can I get a read on her, or whether that would be pertinent information to tell her?
What?
Like
who the fixer is?
Who the fixer is?
You don't really need to tell her. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Like you don't know her to be working as a solo somewhere. So outside of this,
I don't know her to not be driving, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, well, I have you here. And she just starts pointing, just so we're all on the same page here. Dr. Chrome, Lorenzo, Aries, I think are your real names. Y'all use some fake ones. Well, not your real names, but the names I need for the sake of my stuff. And yours just rang up as Jay, and he goes, hey, like Jason just waves.
You know what, real quick, I'm going to run back into the server room, and I'm just going to open fire, completely empty my mag on this rest of the server.
Fun.
Alright. So you're gonna walk back out.
I don't know what that was.
It's okay. It just means you ain't got any rounds left in the chamber if things get violent again.
And then I proceed to quickly re-enter.
Picture you sitting on the ground reloading with one arm.
You have a broken arm.
I've got it like under my chin here, and I've just got one of those. I've got one of those quick fucking loaders.
Hold on.
You know what? Screw it. I'll reload too. Just keep my hands busy.
As soon as you start reloading, she just holds the gun to your forehead. We don't need to do all that.
Everybody take a deep breath here, right? Inhale the vanilla. It's calming.
NCBD's gonna be here in like less than 2 minutes. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're on their way. She reaches into her cleavage and she pulls out a data shard and she goes, I was gonna spoof the information if this took any longer, but it didn't. She holds out a data shard. Take it if you want.
We can always check it later. It's fine if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I want to get a read on her. Like, is this?
It is more. Do a human perception.
Yeah.
You all may do a human perception if you'd like.
Okay.
Oh, do I? What my human perception skills?
It's the part of the show where
to
we all gotta
perceive.
relearn
Not
where stuff
to
is.
worry ya.
It's only 13.
What do I have? I have a 9, so I rolled a 17.
That'd be a 13 from me.
I rolled an 8 on the die, and I have a plus 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if you want me to do poorly on these rolls, you have to pick a skill I'm not good at.
Okay, that's a 9.
I'll say Rux gets the most information. I'll say for everyone else, you get the vague idea that she's just kind of done with this. Rux, you know she's a little harder to predict. She might be running something else, some backup scheme, or it's just less work for her to give you fake information than to have to keep dealing with you guys, especially since you killed all of her guards and you are currently holding her netrunner hostage.
As a favor, we'll, for the information, for the data shard, we'll clean up the dead bodyguards and we'll let the netrunner go. And
I don't think you got time. Let the netrunner go. I'll do the cleanup. I don't think you guys got time, and I got some insurance files to claim on the fucking entire middle of my goddamn clinic being blown up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I wasn't planning for this situation. I did not want this to happen. It was
my fault. I kind of got it. It got away from me.
Rash decisions were made.
Yeah, I kind of don't know what happened.
We need to get the
at
fuck
all.
out of here. If we don't want this fucking shroom with us, that's fine. You know what? Fuck it. I just want to get out of here with my life at this point.
Her eyes glow for a second. She goes, "Yeah, you got about 45 seconds, I'd say."
All right, load up, Delta.
Well, Lacey, it's been a pleasure. He gives her like he takes her hand and like kisses her on the fingers like that. He's like,
"Oh, shucks."
Always a pleasure, Lace, and
then
don't be a stranger. And he winks at her.
Lorenzo will shout out, "Fuego! Leave the runner. It's time to go."
All right. Drops the guy on the ground. He mutters something in Russian and he hops in the back of the car.
Well, au revoir, mademoiselle.
As we speed off,
to you too, amigo.
As we speed off, I just Chrome is always like riding, like just kind of like holding on with one hand in the back. So there's no hard feelings, Nutmeg. I really liked your dick design.
She doesn't say anything to that. She just starts heading back inside. All right. Are we going to the chop shop? We going to the garage? Where are we going?
I'm not the one
now?
driving, so I don't get to make decisions.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Is the chop shop a place where you guys can heal up?
I mean, you're gonna need healing up. I don't think you were here for this. Healing is a very slow process. You know your body stat.
Yeah.
You heal that much HP per day of rest.
Okay, so I'm already good to go.
You do, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Healing is not something you do in one day.
Okay.
This is mostly go turn in the job situation. I guess you guys could all head to Dash's office if you wanted.
No, I'll break the news door myself.
Chrome's on timeout.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the garage. I got a lot of blood to hose off the back of the truck.
Yeah, I guess we drop these two off. Fuck.
Who's getting dropped off where?
Drop them off at their shop, and I'll drop them off at the job. And
Fuego, I owe you a drink. You saved our asses back there.
Dude, are you not in the Roll20?
Oh no, I'm not. This is just
I guess we don't really need it right now, but you would have needed it if combat continued.
Gotcha. I just didn't foresee combat happening, so I didn't really. That's just
combat when we ended.
Yeah, I just didn't foresee combat happening this time.
Chop shop and all that. Yeah, you could still see the chop shop and stuff on the map.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we are going to cut to Dash's office as everyone kind of gets dropped off and moved around where they need to go. Do you want to investigate this data shard before you finish the mission out?
Probably a decent idea just to see what's on there.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna are you gonna plug it in? Are you gonna plug it into your agent or?
I'll just slot it in. I mean, if it's tapped with some fucking virus, it's gonna zero me instantly.
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah, it sounded pretty demoralized.
Yeah.
Sure enough to your word, it appears to be some files implying that what the cybernetics are doing is literally data mining people's thoughts for advertiser selling. You know, that's actually what's happening. That's what the data on the shard implies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking it at a loss to take a win later, is what it looks like from this.
Okay.
Wild.
Well, that's something at the very least, and
Which really sounds like it wouldn't happen in Cyberpunk.
Yeah, honestly seems kind of minor.
You're the product.
Yeah.
Well then, fuck. I guess, yeah, go ahead and, drop me and, Jason here off at, I don't know, somewhere where we can get a drink. If you guys want to join, that's totally up to you. You're welcome to.
I feel like I need to buy you guys all around. Or two.
I feel like if you do that right now, I might punch you in the face only.
Okay? It'll zero me out.
Let the man buy you.
Let me buy you the bottle. Whether or not we drink it together is none of my business.
Fair enough.
How many heads for a bottle of whatever at this?
bottle of Smash is 20.
All right, down to 908.
All right, you guys go to the local tavern, get a bottle. Are you turning in the stuff to Dasha, or do you want to roleplay that scene, or you wait until tomorrow?
I'll wait till tomorrow.
Okay.
She probably doesn't want any heat on her right now.
Oh yeah.
So that's how many glasses? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 4,
Bottle
5?
should keep you all good. 5.
5? Okay. Line them up, and he takes one shot, and he's like, yeah. I have a confession. I'm addicted to improvising. And so when there's no, like, plan, I just kind of just do whatever pops into my head. And it didn't work this time, is what I'll say.
Color me shocked, Doctor.
I'm not gonna lie, I had some fault in that too. We did go in without a plan. And that is kind of on me. I should have,
Yeah, you forgot to even call me, man.
I didn't think we would need you. I genuinely didn't think that we would need... that we were going in yet. I was going in there to get more information. I don't know. I should have had you waiting across the street or something. I know it was just a fucked up...
Sounds like we had different ideas, all of us.
I think so. I think we need to be a bit more connected next time.
I was under the impression that we were going to be stealthy in the first place.
Yeah.
That was the plan, but...
I thought we were going to attack them while they were down a man, and had our own man on the inside.
The thing about...
I guess when you don't talk about it...
Don't get me wrong, that is not a terrible idea. But the thing is we didn't have information on how many people were in there. We didn't have information on their security. We didn't have information... That's it, we didn't have information. We had... And that's what we needed. Next time... God hoping there is a next time. We don't open fire like that unless we are either under fire already, or I don't know, we already actually know what we're doing. We gotta be more prepared on things like these.
To next time.
Yeah, those turrets could have been a bit more deadly.
Oh yeah, look at the hole it made here.
Yeah, speaking of which, you should get some
Yeah, hold on. Let me one more shot, and then I can do a thing.
So they're walking around with a broken arm without a cast.
Okay. Medicine. Let's go.
Yet, if someone wants to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
you are still actively bleeding out.
Medicine.
For you, it's either
surgery it'd be surgery.
Or
Surgery 8. Let's go.
Yeah, or paramedic, but.
Oh wait, is paramedic higher though?
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, paramedic was a 2 times.
Oh yeah, paramedic
is considered a difficult skill.
Paramedic is surgery is 8. Paramedic is 6 plus 8 plus die.
Oh shit!
So yeah,
he is a doctor.
I am a doctor.
Oh,
Get it through your Chrome. I am a doctor.
Rex doesn't have any
and that's an 8 on the die. Let's go.
I don't have any Chrome.
Yeah, you patch yourself up.
Real nice.
I'll say since you're not under duress, you can also just cast up.
So I'm no longer seriously wounded.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are all stable. And Jason's gonna lean over to you, Lorenzo, and he's gonna go, "Hey, I don't. If they knew your real name and your real name and you're a solo, I wouldn't.
No, yeah,
keep that thing if I were you. Maybe it's time to switch it around."
That name's burned. Just so you guys know, Lorenzo, the handle, burned. That's not me anymore. That guy's dead. He died in the explosion. He died in the explosion.
In the explosion, got it.
I think I'll go with Ryder. Ryder works.
Ryder?
Ryder.
Immediately updating your contact.
Okay, Hemingway.
Oh god, Ares would have their contacts be everyone's exact first and last name.
Yes.
Whereas I assume
There's no confusion.
Chrome has no contacts in my head.
Chrome has his boost dealer, his old boost dealer, which he hasn't contacted yet because he's been off boost, but then he got back on boost and looks like he's gonna be.
You know how it goes.
His old boost dealer is still in his phone because he hasn't broken up with his dealer. He just got off boost.
Yeah.
But now he's back
Outside of
on
character, real quick, we had reasons that we needed to change Lorenzo's name to Ryder outside of the show. I don't want to get into the details because it's none of anyone else's business, but they were named after someone, and now they are not. So
Fair enough.
Ryder.
Right.
Rux is trying to remember what your name was before you called yourself Ryder. He's like,
What was it? Larry?
Don't worry about it. They're dead.
Professor Layton? Were you Professor Layton? Were you what those games were made after? I don't remember.
Well, shit. While we're just chilling here. Well, what's on the docket, gang? What are we doing? I suppose.
I'd turn the job in and lay low if I was you.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Heal up till
Y'all look
payday.
pretty
And then
fucked up, except for this one right here.
No, yeah, I took a couple bullets in there, and I mean the arm. Speaking of which, Clem, you wanna real quick give it a quick set?
Yeah, I got you.
Like I said, since we're not going to do arrest, I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're a doctor.
2.
Yeah.
And I push it in before I say 3.
Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do it on one to keep people guessing. Well,
I tell you what, man. That puta had a decent shot on her.
And a decent rack. Huh? Huh?
disrespectful.
Well, I mean, she did shoot at us.
Yeah. Disrespectful.
Doc, you might be crazy, but Lacey's not the kind of crazy you want to be jumping into bed with.
I've never met a kind of crazy that I would not absolutely destroy his sack. If there's a crazy out there, I have yet to meet it.
you might be with
Life
Lacey.
is too short to care about how crazy they are.
Yeah, your life's gonna be a little shorter if you
Yeah.
get in the bed with that crazy Lacey.
That's Night City for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck who you can. Could be your last.
It's not the motto of the box, but it's implied.
I mean, you know.
That's what they say on the box, I think.
You know.
That's the one.
Well then, yeah, I suppose, if we're not doing anything for the night, I'm gonna... Rux, would you mind giving me a ride over to this, to Ladies Mega Tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta drop off this info and pick whatever fucking lecture I'm gonna get after this.
Yeah,
You could just straight up over. That's your call, my dude.
No, I believe in being upfront, you know? Integral. Is that the word? I think so. And,
Integrity.
I believe in having integrity. When you fuck up, you know, you say you fucked up, you know?
Yeah. Dr. Chrome just starts drinking straight from the bottle he brought.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, Smash does have side effects.
Oh, yay! Lay them on me!
Hold on. Smash.
I'm currently researching something else, so I'm gonna need you to tell me that one.
Okay, it's actually only $10 per dose. So probably like, yeah.
So I bought 2 doses, okay?
It lasts for 4 hours.
Fun.
It is a yellow foamy drink and is sold in cans. For the duration of the primary effect, the user feels euphoric, loose, happy, and ready to party. In game terms, this gives the user +2 to the following skills: dance, contortionist, conversation, human perception, persuasion, and acting. The secondary effect is if the user... Oh, it's a DV15. So we have to roll resist torture and drugs.
Oh, fun.
Where is that skill?
Let's see. Resist torture and drugs.
That I believe is a body skill? Yeah. I have +10 to this. That's a 3. I'll burn a luck. I don't want to be addicted to shit.
Ooh, okay.
That's a 10. Cool. So that's a 18 for Chrome. He's not addicted to whatever the shit is.
Smash.
16.
He sort of got one addiction. He doesn't need another.
A 9 or a 10.
You know, I think going into this next job as well, Fuego, you think you could give me some combat drugs?
Who are you asking?
Fuego. Jason.
Okay, I was like,
Who the fuck is Fuego?
He goes, yeah, I could, I mean, I could sell you some. I have to talk to a guy, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some synth coke, probably a couple doses of black lace.
Yeah, I'll say because I did make him a fixer, he gets you in contact with a dealer and you can buy them at market price.
Cool.
If you need boost at all, you can always get it from, 10 eddies off from the Castillos.
Now black lace is deadly stuff, but it'll keep you alive.
That it will.
Keeps you kicking, but it will. You're gonna need some help after you take it. It's no. You will not have fun on this drug. It is bad for you. Seriously. But if you are seriously wounded, you essentially ignore all of the effects of that.
It's tempting. So tempting. Hold on, let me roll this. Just like I did for the boost before, I'm gonna roll for this.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. You're not taking it right now. And
well, no, it's so like Chrome rolled to resist torture and drugs before to not steal some boost off the ground, which was the boost that he used prior, got him re-addicted. So this is the same concept. He's rolling resist torture and drugs in his own mind to see if he can resist the idea of buying some black lace for himself. Okay, so that's 4 + 4 + 3. So he slides some meds across to you, and he says, "Give me a dose of that black shit."
No problem. It's going to be 50 eddies.
50 eddies. Fine. Okay.
Everybody wants 50 eddies these days.
50 fucking eddies. Okay, fine. 50 eddies. All right. 858 is what I have. Cool. Fine. I don't want to see the coding of the website. I just want to type some shit.
And then I'm buying, say, 2 doses of synth coke.
All yours? Alright, so with that, we're going to kick off a 6-week downtime as you guys are laying low after we get this job done. But just want to know that that's how much time of actions you're going to have. So once we turn everything in, just keep that in mind.
All of our armor and my shield go back up?
Nope, we're going to go over that in a minute because that is Aries' job.
That is
part of downtime.
Fair enough.
I reload my shotgun from the two.
That's reasonable. I assume that you don't get downtime. I'll assume that you reloaded your guns unless you specifically decide not to.
What is the standard amount of ammo for smoke grenades? Because I don't remember. I think it's 3. If I remember correctly, my brain is telling me 3 is how many smoke grenades I started with.
I mean, you
before.
gotta buy ammo, but yeah,
right.
Just replenish ammo.
Ryder's gonna spend 3 days healing up, which will bring him back to full.
All right. Before we get too into the downtime activities, you still have to turn in the job to Dasha and try to see if you can get any pay out of the deal.
Yeah, I will. I'll ask Rux for a ride, and I'll get going.
Yeah. All right, Rux, are you going in with them, or are you just sitting outside?
I don't like people knowing who I am.
The stranger, as they call him.
Yep. So I am going to sit outside and have a smoke and put on some tunes.
That's fair. Listen, what kind of music does he listen to?
What he considers the classics, but it's like
2010s pop music.
Yeah, it's like millennial pop, like club music.
21 Pilots, Panic at the Disco, the real classics.
Yeah, it's he's over here like bumping Cascada and
wish we could turn back time to the good old days. Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because every time we touch, I get this feeling.
That's awesome.
I just feel a rhythm in your heart, you know?
Okay. With that, you approach Dasha's room. I assume you just knock on the door.
I'll ring myself in and...
She's currently jacked in, so she doesn't take off her headset. She goes, "Hey, what you got for me?"
Nothing good. I suppose you might have seen the news?
Yeah, it's barely broken, but yeah, an explosion down at the office. Did you at least get some data out?
I hope what I got is of use to you. I give her the data shard, and I say this, I have no guarantee that this is true information. And I want to be honest with you when I say that. And then I will also give her the memory chips of everything that I learned. We'll say the 2 memory chips I have, maybe?
Okay. She goes, well...
It's not much, yeah, it's just such a fucked up situation. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of on me. It is kind of on me. I'm going to accept full for this. It was my job.
Alright, well... And, she is still in her chair. She just kind of plugs it into a slot nearby and she kind of looks through it as she plugs in all the memory chips. Because it's not nothing. I could probably make a pretty good bid with this information, but I think you understand I can't pay you more than minimum for this.
I completely understand. This was my fuck up.
Yep.
We had 5 people on the job.
Yep, you get a notification that 5,000 eddies has been transferred to your account. You did not give her your account, but she's a hacker, so...
Yep. I'll also tell her any information that I should know but don't remember, if I can.
Yeah, we don't need to go over the details. You can give her the information that the Anastasia there isn't actually Stas, but someone pretending to be.
Her name's Crazy Lacey.
I'll try to see if I can get a backup search on that. Well... We'll see. We'll see what I can get out of the company, as I forget which company she was working with.
I suppose so.
Cyber Matrix thinks of this. That's who she's working with.
Okay. I mean, I would completely understand if you want to go with a different crew for whatever proceeds after this. I wouldn't blame you. But I can tell you that this kind of fuck up will not happen again under my watch. And if it does, I will likely be dead. So it doesn't matter anyway.
Gotcha. Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay, let me pull out a dice that I haven't used today. That is plus 12.
Mm-hmm.
5, 12, 17.
Okay. I'll see what I can work with. Mistakes happen. And...
Unfortunately.
I'll tell you what. At the very least, I'll keep how bad this went between you and me.
That is much appreciated.
So, yeah, you might have lost Dasha as a contact, to be determined, but at the very least, this is not going to majorly damage your reputation. There is a reputation system. I did not study it enough to, but if you guys could put botched job and reputation events in your character sheet, I will determine what to do with that later on the actual reputation stat. Based on how well the fact that you were honest with her, the fact that you didn't try to argue for more pay, and the fact that you tried your best to endear yourself, I will say it's not going to destroy your reputation as much as it would normally if this got out. But it's not good. It's not great for you. She's probably not going to recommend you. She's just not going to condemn you if someone asks her.
Yeah. All right. I've wasted enough of your time. Have a good night.
You as well. At no point does she take her headset off. She's doing something seemingly important to her. I assume you do give that money out evenly, but the check did land in your account, so.
Of course, yeah. I'll send 1,000 to everybody who participated. That includes Rux, despite the fact that he waited in the car.
The whole damn time.
You do not. Hold on. Let's be clear. Rux got you out of combat, and even if he didn't, you would not have been upset if you needed to flee.
True facts. True facts.
If you had to wait for him to get in the car, that would have been a much longer process. I was keeping track of how long till the cops came.
Keep in mind, the only reason all of you survived was because Rux got Lacey to calm down.
This is true.
So, we have
hot Christmas, Jesus.
And I killed 2 people.
You made one run away.
I made one run away, and I laughed at him while he ran away. And the other one, I shot his jaw off, and Ares put him down.
Okay. Who all have armor damage?
Body armor damage?
Yeah, just raise your hand if your armor was damaged. All right, so Ares, you have 3 sets of armor to repair. They're all light armor jacks. Am I correct that that's what you all have?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So part of the way the system works is that you will make a. I'll let you go ahead and roll for each. I'll let you decide if you want to roll for each of them or if you want to roll them together. You're going to make a basic tech check, and every armor is going to take a day to repair on top of your rest time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the first week to rest up all the way, and then I'll.
Is it going to take a full week for you to rest up?
Most of a week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So
like
we'll say the first week you can. Okay. Yeah. So you rest up, and on day 7 you get out of bed and you start repairing these. Make a basic tech check for me.
Come on, show me my stat.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Come on, computer, you can do it. I don't know why it's.
I'm making fun purchases.
Fun purchases.
Purchases that will make me not absolutely useless when I have my shield out. I'm gonna be Reinhardt with a gun. Oh, what's the Roth on that? Yeah, I need to know.
I'm buying 4 medium pistols.
Okay.
A little bit lighter, less damage, but I can dual wield them, and they have a rate of fire of 2. That does not mean that I get to fire both of them in the same turn, if I'm dual wielding them. Still have to adhere to the rate of fire of 2.
Yep.
But
Okay. So,
it means you gotta reload a lot later.
yeah, and also they're technically more consistent because even if I miss a shot, I have a chance to land the next one.
Can I buy an exotic weapon?
Do you know any other fixers other than Jason?
Game Crash.
Game Crash. I'll say Jason's more prolific than Game Crash. Go on.
I wonder if the nomads would have like a.
Just go to wash my hair back.
Okay.
Like the family of nomads that I work with, if they would know a contact for weapon selling.
well, or we can have me invent it.
You could, yeah, I was about to ask, what is your expertise as a tech? Just to give you your roll ability.
Where did I choose like a specialty? Because I wanted I chose one.
I can remind you what the specialties are and see if any of them remind you. The options
I think
are.
I chose like weapons as my specialty.
That's not quite how the specialties work.
Yeah. Okay.
That could be what you picked your skill as, well, your best skill, but let's see.
I just know that there's a gun in here that would be very funny for Rux to carry.
Okay, well, you have my attention.
Oh,
for
do
sure.
tell.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys want to know what? It is?
Only because I want to know if you're looking at the same weapon, because the weapon that I'm looking at is also exotic.
I am looking at the microwave.
No, son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Me too!
Because think about it, who would be the best person to carry it? The guy who doesn't have any cyberware.
Yeah. That is true, but like I was also
This is
thinking
very
like
true.
my thing is cyberware, and so it makes sense for the guy who knows a lot about cyberware to be able to disable cyberware with a gun.
Everyone rolling in with microwavers.
It'd be so funny.
The microwave gang!
Microwavers. Oh, that's so funny.
The microwave gang! We're gonna pop your ass!
Hold on.
The other option was that I was going to get the
Very
cowboy,
exotic
but,
heavy pistol.
But I don't have the body skill to wield it, so.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Roll abilities.
Oh, yeah.
So the text expertises are field expertise, upgrade expertise, fabrication expertise, and invention expertise.
Okay.
Does those sound familiar?
They do sound familiar. What page is that?
That's on page 148. Actually, technically, it starts on 147. Can I have everyone roll initiative just to determine when the series of downtime events I've made come up?
Sure.
Okay.
Is initiative just plus reflex? What is it?
Yes.
That is a 14 for me.
I got a 14 as well. If it's
Chrome
just
got a
straight.
10.
Okay, we can have your events
It's
happen one after the
15.
Oh, Aries is a weird one to start with. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Chrome is last.
So, let's get through some more downtime stuff, and then we'll get into that. Did you make that basic tech roll for me?
Oh, yes, that was a 19.
A
Beautiful.
19 is what you need. So it takes you 3 days, but you get everyone's armor repaired, do
Woo!
basic gun maintenance, and things like that.
Thank you! Come to daddy, Rosie.
What's Chrome up to this week? Outside of that microwave,
Outside of healing,
which we'll talk about. Yeah, I mean, if you just got to heal the whole time, we'll
I
talk
need
about
to.
what,
I need to take precisely 6 days to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the first week for you is also a rest. How long does it take Ryder to heal?
That's going to take him 3 days.
Okay, that's impressive, honestly.
Nice
Body
job,
skill
Lucky
accepted.
Shaq.
Oh, yeah. I will say that it's also to properly heal the broken arm. It's going to come on. There we go. Critical injuries. To heal the broken arm, it's going to take a DV13 surgery check from Dr. Chrome, whereas before it was the quick fix.
Chrome, you want to set my bones back in place?
At the end of the week, I still got like 3 more days.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't plan on getting into any firefights, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so during the rest period,
We get like
I will say
we get really
during
into
the rest
like
period,
agent. We get really into agent poker.
yeah,
Do a lot of online shopping with the payday.
Aries, you are sitting in bed, I assume listening to music. I don't know what Aries does when he rests, but I imagine he just listens to music and plays with the cat.
Yes. Like taking stuff apart and then putting it back together for fun.
Just that thing where you just take a gun apart and put it back together over and over again. Yeah.
Like Gadget has like a holographic stopwatch that you're slapping every time you finish.
As you're recovering from a shot to the stomach. So anyway, speaking of which, that's also the first aid check you did actually permanently fixes that, so you're good.
Word.
Yeah, that's one of the foreign object is actually one of the easier ones to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're sitting there and your agent vibrates. Sir, I have a message from Lainey. And that name is incredibly familiar to you, but you haven't heard it in a long time. Lainey was the name of the secretary that your parents' company was from.
Okay.
how old was Ares when this happened?
Say 10.
10? That's really young. I thought it was like 14 at least. Jeez.
Okay, yeah. Could
I mean, you can have it be 10. That's just more sad.
Okay, no. Let's say he moved there when he was 10, and then
that's not the event I'm asking about. Yeah, 14. You are sitting at a desk as a 14-year-old. You are watching along with one of your classes that you're in, because it's all Zoom meetings in the future. Fun fact. So you're watching your classes, but while you're doing that, you're also just fiddling with gun parts. Your dad is also an engineer known for making weaponry, though the exact details of which are unclear. And then your mom mostly is known for working on security tech. Again, details unclear. And sure enough, walking by, you see... I forgot what I named them, and I named them yesterday. Hold on. Let me go through my notes. You see Vi and Mallow, your parents. You're welcome to describe them if you want. If not, we can kind of keep them ambiguous.
Like one of those things where their faces are kind of blacked out, so you just see the woman in a dress and the guy in a suit.
Yeah.
Like someone rotoscoped Sharpie scribbles over them.
Yeah, we've all seen the scene. Your father kind of speaks up and he says, "What you working on?" in Samoan, and then your mom like slaps his side, and he says it again in English as they're trying to get you to speak English a lot better at this stage in the game.
I found a new gun in the trash. I'm trying to take it apart and put it back together again.
This city.
Oh, son, that gun does not work. That's why it was in the trash.
Well, I could still look at the mechanisms and learn how the gun would work.
I'll tell you what, can you tell me what's wrong with it? And you're welcome to make a weapons tech check if you want.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the difficulty higher because you don't know as much back then, but...
Which stat specifically?
Weapons tech. It's under
Weapons
the tech skills.
Tech. Okay, so 17.
17.
I rolled a 3 or a 4. I rolled a 4 and I get a 13.
I did not. I gotta look up the parts of a gun real quick. Parts of a gun.
Wait, and the... Okay, no. Yeah, it would be 13 because I don't have my increase from a tech scanner.
I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I'm just going to make the difficulty higher. Let's see. Parts of a gun. Right. I got to decide what's broken on this. As I learn about bullets, as I learn about guns in real time.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the internal mechanisms of a gun.
Yeah, instead of, it doesn't need to be that impressive. He just points at a part and he says, "You see there, that's just not pulling back." And so, I mean, you can fire something, but the whole chamber, you're just gonna get shrapnel out of there. So, I mean, you're welcome to mess with it all you want. Just please do not fire it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna put anything in it.
And then, your mom mumbles something to your dad in Samoan, and it's like, you gotta let him know. And he goes, we have to go on another trip. We have set up for someone to visit you every morning to make sure you're getting taken care of. Are you going to be okay?
Oh yes, I've got all of my projects to keep me company.
Holds up the gun that you should not fire. I'm fine.
Yeah, a prototype of gadget in the corner somewhere.
Yeah, it's just, I imagine it's a fully working robot cat, but it just doesn't, like, it's just on wheels instead of feet, and it just says the word meow, meow.
No, it's not the word meow, it's like, a mouth opens and like a tape roll, it like prints out the word meow on a tape.
Yeah. It's my label maker /cat. Yeah, once I figure out how to make labels that aren't meow, I'll be solid.
Just that like ticker tape that.
Okay. Do you need anything before we go?
No, I should be good.
Okay. Well, we love you, and they give you a hug, each individually. And just a sec here. I wrote it in my notes, and then I did not save it. That was a specific Samoan word.
Oh, is there?
Did you know the word ammo is inside the word hammock?
I guess I didn't think about it.
How did you know where that's where I store my ammo?
No, I control F the word ammo in the thing, and I'm scrolling down, and I just see the word hammock, but ammo is right there. Yeah, sorry, that was just a little ADHD distraction for you.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, your dad gives you a hug, and he goes, I love you, little Atiti, which is the Samoan word for little, because he is big Mallow, and you are little Mallow.
Yay! That's adorable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Thought the nickname was going to be Marsh.
Nah, because Mallow is part of the name, of Aries' real name. We've not gotten into that specific detail.
Marshmallows right there. Just had it. Just saying.
Yeah.
Listen, sometimes that's the vibe. Sometimes it's not.
Hold on, let me figure out. What
his personality is definitely marshmallow most of the time.
There's actually not a Samoan word for marshmallow, at least according to Google Translate.
Oh. Huh.
They ain't got them over there.
It's almost like we conquered them before marshmallows were invented.
That's such a sad thing to say.
Yeah. Can we all just take a moment of silence?
I'm
for the
fairly
lack of
sure the
marshmallow.
mallow plant grows there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I typed it in, it just said the word was marshmallow.
Yeah, but they don't grow in marshes like they do here.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna make my brain explode. My brain is refusing to ingest any of this information. It's giving my brain indigestion.
They certainly have cows over there that they could harvest the cartilage from.
You mean collagen?
Collagen, yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, it's both.
And it comes from hooves. Ooh. Anyway, what were you guys talking about?
You know, they're usually gone for a week or two. You have a babysitter. You're pretty upsettingly self-dependent because they do this a lot. So the babysitter comes in every day to make sure that you've been taking care of yourself, and then she leaves. And it happens for about 2-3 weeks. And then one day you get an email from your parents' secretary, Lainey. She usually gives you updates for what they're working on. And you open it up. And it says something to the effect of, Dear Mallow, dear, how do you pronounce it, Malosi?
Yes.
Dear Malosi, I hope this message finds you well. Given the circumstance, it is with the heaviest of hearts that I must inform you of some devastating news. Earlier today, during a particularly high-risk job, your parents, Mallow and Vi, encountered unforeseen complications that led to a tragic outcome. Despite their extensive experience and the precautions they always took, they were unable to overcome the dangers faced. I understand this news is incredibly difficult to process, and words can hardly capture the sorrow and the loss that you must be feeling right now. Mallow and Vi were not only exceptional professionals, but also deeply caring individuals who spoke of you often and with great pride. Once again, I offer my deepest condolences for your loss. Your parents will be remembered with honor and gratitude for their dedication and contributions. With heartfelt sympathy, Lainey.
I mean, symphony would also be nice.
Yeah, sympathy would be great in there.
Oh, just all of the corporate bullshit, all of it.
You told me. You told me.
Hot steaming pile.
Yes.
You told me perfunctory letter from the secretary was how you found out, and I intended to do that.
Oof.
Oof, indeed.
Just sitting there, his computer beeps. He's in the middle of tinkering. And he finds out his parents are dead, just out of the blue.
What is your first instinct when that happens?
He goes into denial. He calls his parents' supervisor.
Hey, you got Don. You got Don on the line.
Hello, this is Melosi?
Oh, hey, little Mallow, how you holding up?
Is this true?
I was not ready for this phone call today.
Yeah, I read the email, but they're engineers.
Oh, yeah. Listen, the world of, engineering can be dangerous sometimes.
But what were they working on?
I wish I could tell you, kid. I really do. Are you okay? Are you somewhere you're safe?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Okay, don't you have, like, a babysitter or something?
Yeah, they've already checked in on me. I'm fine.
Okay, well... yeah... Listen, kid, I know it's hard, man, no one really prepares you on how to tell your boss, your employees' kids they died. Well... Is there anything I can do for you outside of breaking the news?
I don't think there's anything you can do.
Okay, I'm sorry, but and the line goes dead. Your babysitter keeps visiting you for the next few weeks until I think you specifically ask her to give you some alone time. In the next coming weeks, you get several, like, baskets, you know. They all feel, like, pre-made. No one put a lot of care into them, but the I'm sorry for the news baskets. Given your recent immigration, there's not a lot of paperwork on you, so no one ever really comes to collect you. You're pretty much there on your own to do whatever you want for the next few years. And for now, we'll leave the flashback there as we return to the email. Dear Melosi, I hope this message finds you as well as can be expected under the circumstances. When reading off the original estate of your parents, a certain section was blocked out due to security clearance. And attached has left the file structures for the object that was left in your inheritance, which will be delivered to you within the coming weeks. Make a weapons tech check for me.
22.
22. All right.
Choice.
You can't quite make out all of the details. They're very complex. But basically, it is the schematics for a gun setup, like an aiming setup, that will, if applied to a weapon, bring the aim shot disadvantage down from 8 down to 6. Not a dramatic change, but it can make a lot of difference. That makes aim shots 20% easier. And who knows, maybe you can improve on them, but for now, that's what they do. And you assumedly will be receiving a gun with that capability in the coming weeks. I'll let you decide what kind of gun that is for you.
Okay.
But any of the basic weapons. All right. With that out of the way, does anyone else want to get some downtime actions in, and before I go to the next flashback?
Do I need to roll to make Lorenzo good?
Ryder.
Ryder.
Ryder, sorry.
Yeah, much like real life name changes, it's a little tricky for everyone in the coming weeks, except for Rux.
Yeah, you gotta work to make Vincenzo better.
Old Vincenzo over here. It's a DC 17 paramedic check or surgery check for your case.
Well, I mean, paramedic is still higher than surgery.
Oh, I always forget that. Do whatever you want, man. Roll the check you want.
So...
Sorry, a broken arm is a DC 15 paramedic or a DC 13 surgery. So.
Okay. Let's see. That's a 6 plus 8 plus 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
So 6 plus 8 plus 1 is... Yeah, that's enough. So, yeah, the arm's better within the end of the week.
Bite on this!
Yeah.
And
medicine's gotten pretty good in the future, yeah.
Yeah. It hurts initially, but it makes it better.
Yeah. What was everyone else's initiative? I think it was...
I was last.
14 for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
As well. You can go first.
So I'll do... I have a much shorter one for Rux, so maybe I'll save that for later for now.
Yeah.
Ryder, we'll say before... We flash back to a little bit before this. I didn't have a specific time set in mind for yours as much. After the news, you get a message from Rayanne, and she just drops a location, and she says, as soon as you can.
I head over right away. If there's no context attached, I'm immediately assuming somebody died.
No, you recognize the location. It's a restaurant you guys used to go on dates at a lot. It's kind of cheaper on the kind of a cheaper like Mexican restaurant in Haywood.
Then in that case, I put on my best cowboy hat,
The Stetson.
the Stetson, and a nice jacket. It's not my regular combat jacket. It's like a leather jacket, but it's got like zippers on either side of the arms, for no reason. They're useless zippers, and it's got one of those glowing collars.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And as you pull up to this place, you remember a night where you passed by this location for sure. As we see a few years ago, maybe even not that long ago, you are zipping by this restaurant in a car that, well, let's just say it wasn't yours. As Jason is on the side doing something in the passenger side doing something on his agent, and he goes, "I think we might have him out soon." Jesus, man, where'd you learn to drive? As you're just drifting around corners.
Learn to drive? Who said anything about learning?
You got behind the driver's seat without learning to drive.
I think I'm doing just fine. He says as he runs a red.
Fuck, dude. Lesson 48, when you stole it, you don't drive it like you stole it, man.
Somewhere Rux's skin is crawling.
Yeah. You hear, go ahead and just make what's the driving skill? Let's see.
They tell you that drive land vehicle is under control skills and you're...
Yeah, do that.
It's a reflex.
Control skills. Drive land vehicle is...
It's just the skill.
Yeah, so this is +6.
Yeah.
That is a 6 + 6 for 12.
Okay. You're not wrecking, is what 12 will do for you. You're not crashing.
Conspicuous is not really something you do either.
And then you see on your agent a little hologram pop up, and you have a call coming in from Rayanne, who you were supposed to go on a date with tonight.
Oh, son of a bitch! I totally forgot, bro. Fuck my fucking output. The new girl that I've been talking to, I was supposed to go on a date with her. Shit. What do I answer the call? Hey, how's it going, beautiful?
I don't want to be this person, but did I just see you zoom by?
I may have missed a turn.
Emil, you weren't driving like you had any plans to stop. And then Jason goes, "No, you gotta use a. Hey, don't use his real name when he's working. You're working right now?
I'm not working. I promise. I just I had a little thing to do.
Okay, where'd you get the car?
You know, in the industrial district of Santo Domingo.
Were they selling cars there?
Yeah.
What's the deception check in this game?
He's obviously lying.
Yeah, so far I get the vibe that Ryder is not a good liar.
No, not when he's not trying to be.
Yeah. She sighs and she goes, "Be here in 30 minutes." And right as she hangs up, you see lights behind you.
Oh, son of a bitch. Maybe I should not have been driving this fast, but honestly, I just wanted to lose those fucking gangers before we got away. I thought they might be chasing us.
He looks back and goes, "I don't think I'm worried about the gangers anymore."
No, I don't think so. I think we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Make another driveway and vehicle check against the police.
That is a 2. I'm gonna burn a luck.
Good move, because they rolled pretty high.
That is a 5 for 11.
They got a 17. You give them the runaround for a bit, but they're determined. Eventually, they just pitch you when you least expect it.
Son of a bitch.
You're still, I'm going to say you're like 17 at this time, so you're not punished as heavily as you should be. The job's botched for sure in this case.
Yep.
And you are sitting in the, we flash forward a little bit, and you are at the, you're spending your requisite 3 months in jail that they gave you at the time. Because fortunately not a lot of people were hurt, except for gangers, and who gives a shit about them? Not the cops, I'll tell you that for free. And you're sitting on that classic booth where you have like phones on each side, except it's a little more futuristic, so you don't need to actually hold the phone to your ear. And Rayanne sits down. She goes, "So I take it you're going to be late for the date?"
Yeah, I got a bit of a bid.
Yeah.
I didn't mean for this to happen.
Do you ever?
It's a bit of a streak, huh?
To say the least.
Look,
I'm all for fighting for doing what's right, but do you really think this is it?
I think it's gonna get me rich. I think it's gonna get us a better future. 2 years from now, who knows? Maybe I wanted to maybe I wanted to boost cars anymore. Maybe I can, I don't know, get some actual jobs, some real money.
I mean, you can't keep doing this.
I mean, rent's gotta get paid, doesn't it?
There are other ways to pay rent.
Yeah, working for some corporate fucking nut job who fucking doesn't give a shit of whether I fucking live or die.
Doesn't look like you give a shit that you live or die.
I do give a shit that we live or die. It's just sometimes you gotta take risks, you know?
We'll talk about it when you're out. When she walks away. Doesn't give you time to respond.
Wait, Rian! Fuck! And I throw the phone against the wall and I leave.
All right. So you pull up to this Mexican restaurant, Los Tacos, and she's sitting in the usual booth. As she's trying to quit smoking, so you can see she has like a little future nicotine patch plugged in right there.
Yeah. I will
say at this point you still have the cast on.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to hide it under the jacket, but it's definitely like a bulge under there. It's very visible. There's something on my arm, and it's probably not new cyberware.
She's just sitting there like this. She's not looking up at you yet.
I kind of turn and slide into the booth, and I just sit down.
You're on time for once.
Yeah, it's kind of important to me, you know?
Is this modern time?
I am now. This is modern times.
Okay. Are you on time because Rux dropped you off?
Probably.
And that's why we like Rux.
You're here 15 minutes early.
Pale white from the speed we were driving.
Yeah, I got a lift from
matter to you now. I said I'm glad I matter to you now.
I don't say anything. I'm a little bit stunned. That.
I don't.
Shit. Look, I know I fucked up. I haven't been the greatest. All right. And he takes off his hat and he puts it beside him.
She puts her phone on the her agent on the table, and she pushes a button, and a hologram of the news story about the explosion in Haywood pops up. Happen to know anything about that?
I happen to know a lot about that, actually.
Just because you break up with me doesn't mean you get to die.
Trying to keep myself out of that situation. The plan just fucked up, you know. There was no plan. That was
the jacket.
He takes off the jacket, and she hasn't seen him with his cyberware yet, by the way. So she is for the first time now seeing the wires that go down his arms. She could see it before, I guess, on his face. The external wires under his eyes.
Yeah.
But it is very visible now that he has something hooked up to his nervous system. And under the jacket is a cast with, I assume, a dick on it because chrome.
Yep.
You know me so well.
All right. Well, she kind of looks you over.
You know what? Just for you, it's a dick with a sombrero on it.
Underneath his chest, I guess underneath his shirt, she could see a glowing green, which would be his biomon.
Yeah. She is chipped in herself. She has cybernetics, but they're not like combat cybernetics.
Yeah.
It's more like she has a thing on her neck that lets her like sing louder without straining her voice and things like that. That kind of stuff. And she looks you up and down. She goes, "Don't tell me that doctor you're working with got all that plugged in."
No, this is another doc that I was working with. He did a huge favor for me, hooking me up with all this stuff. It's I got a Sandevistan in the back and a Neuralink.
That's pretty intense stuff. How you feeling?
It's different.
On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm feeling a 3.
I wake up feeling kind of I don't know, I feel like every hair on my arm, you know, like something, like, I don't know, if I get a cut, I don't feel it nearly as much, but I do still feel it, of course. I don't have pain editors yet.
When you say yet, she looks a little more stressed.
Look, I'm just trying to be honest. I know the life I'm living is not what we originally dreamed of. I know you had higher expectations for me. And it's, I've kind of done a lot to shatter those.
I'm starting to do shows every weekend, and I need some security. It's 100 eddies a week. It's not as much as you want, I know, but I'm hoping that if I can keep you employed on some level, you won't have to do these as often. It's up to you. She slides the data chip with the job application on it.
I pick it up and say, "Sign me up." I slot the shard.
She smiles a little bit and she goes, "I don't like seeing you like this." And she gets up and she leaves.
He's just gonna sit there for a little bit, and then he'll probably go to the counter. I assume she left without paying, so he pays her, or he pays for her.
Yeah.
She
didn't order much. She just had like a drink while she was waiting for you. But
yeah,
calm her nerves for the fact that she has to deal with you some more.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. And with that, I assume you have to message Rux to let him know that you're done.
No, I'll walk home.
Okay.
I'll walk home.
When you get home, do you sleep in the garage? Where do you live, Rux? I gave you a bed in the garage, but I don't know if you use it.
Well, as a nomad, he probably sleeps in the car quite a bit. And
he got some
and he's got camping gear, so he just kind of scoots around wherever he feels comfortable that night.
Yeah, that night I think you're sleeping. You're planning on sleeping inside. And as you start to pull in, something's just kind of flowing in the wind for a second, and it lands on your windshield, and it is a postcard from Idaho. And we flash back. Rux, tell me about your family.
Oh boy,
the actual one, not the family that you work with.
Not the family,
but your family.
So, Rux has a wife. Her name is Jane, and he has 2 kids. Their names are Joanna and Rux Jr.
Cute.
And they lived. We lived on a farm, which was the last time we were all talking was where we had gone camping, and. Are we going into the full thing, or are we just talking about the family in general?
We're about to go into the full thing of it all. We're talking about the day. The day, you know the day.
Yeah. The music died.
It's
kind of.
That music's kind of playing right now.
Yeah, the day. Yeah. I love this real classic stuff, Jane says.
These are the old classics, man.
Yeah, the olden classics, as we call it.
He pulls the postcard off his windshield and reaches into his wallet, like in his back pocket, and pulls out a folded up photo, and it's a picture of his family, his wife holding his 2 kids, and it's been clearly like worn through where he's pulled this out multiple times. It's starting to get real creased in the middle, and there's like thumbprints of where he's held it. Just getting worn down. This is before, like he had this printed out specifically as like a memento, because his kind of has a distrust of other technologies and wanted something that he's like, but we're thinking about the day specifically, right?
Yeah. So we kind of flashed to your old farm. Did your farm have a name? Did you think of that? I wouldn't expect you to just have that on hand.
It's the Bastion.
The Bastion. Hell yeah. So the Bastion's not been doing good lately. With the introduction of synth farming and the distant radioactive winds from Night City, you have been making less and less money. Things have been getting harder and harder, and you don't even have that much food to feed yourself after you sell enough to keep it going.
Man, these damn synth farmers, man, they ain't got the heart natural farming does. You get your hands dirty.
Yeah. I think you did your best not to let your kids understand how bad it was.
Yeah, him and Jane were keeping a pain, like hiding the pain behind a smile type thing, scraping together money to try to keep clothes on their backs and shelter over their head.
Yeah, and I'd say recently Jane has shown some interest, though you guys lack the means, and plus this is the Bastion, it's your home. She's been interested in moving to Idaho, one of the free states that has a little less dystopia going on.
Be a spud. Come to Idaho.
Come to Idaho. Be a spud. That's what the Coast Guard says. What are we gonna do, Roxy?
I don't know. It's our home, Jane. Like, what are we?
You see the kids in the distance wrestling each other over an ear of corn that one of them just plucked.
RJ and Joanna, this is all they know.
I'm so glad you also had RJ in mind for anyone listening on that one. After everything's going on, I don't know if I want him to live near Night City.
Yeah, but this was my grandfather's land. It was my father's land. It's heritage. It's tradition. There's got to be a way that we can make money off this land still.
I'm open to ideas if you are.
About as dry as the well out back.
You said it. Let's see here. So just don't mind me as I'm looking up notes.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay.
Hey, you kids! Easy on the rough house. No fish hooking. No eye poking. No groin kicking.
Dad, he bit me.
We keeps it clean. No biting. We keeps it clean.
No funny business and nothing but the we always say.
Y'all fight fair.
Put the knife down. First of all, that shouldn't even be up.
Yeah. Where did you even find that knife? God damn, son.
Crazy Lacey gave it to him.
Crazy Lacey gave him daggers to fight each other with.
You see your name, Lacey? No kid should be fighting with a weapon. It's unarmed combat. I'll tell you what.
Lacey, I swear to God, they's just kids. They fight with their fists first.
That's weak. What are they gonna do when they run out of fists?
What does that mean?
Run out of fists.
You know damn well what it means.
Are you about to find out if I can run out of fists, Lacey? You get on out of here.
She runs off.
What are we gonna do about that one? Crap. That's the scariest part about living at the Bastion. Lacey lived next door.
Yeah, I mean, she's mostly harmless, but she gave the kids a knife.
Harmless? She gave them weapons, Jane.
Listen, I promise we'll figure it out. And she goes, kids, come inside. The radioactive winds are coming in.
Come to bunker down, shelter in place. Let's go.
So, as you're walking in towards the house, you see some corpos sitting at the front gate, waiting seemingly for you, but you weren't near the place to hear the bell.
Well, howdy, gentlemen. Bonjour.
Man kind of goes, I'm gonna bring the kids inside.
Yeah, Jane, you might take the kids in and get dinner started there.
Oh, hey, I believe you're Rux, Mr. Bastion himself, yeah?
That's what they call me.
Beautiful place you got out here. I'll say that this is not the first time they've tried to come in to buy your land.
He's like clearly not making eye contact with them, and he's lighting up a cigarette.
Yeah. You got them vanillas? Brand new these days.
Yeah, delicious. Ones. Absolutely delicious. Can you believe that?
I ain't quite on board with them yet. My wife's smoking those strawberries, but that's not my thing.
A little too sweet for me, but the vanilla's common, you know?
Listen, Rux, I know you're not a man who likes to waste time, so I'll cut right to it. We're prepared to double the previous offer. It's the most we can do at this point.
Man. I know you guys want the property. I don't know if I can part with it.
Listen, we both know this place ain't long. If I were you, I'd cash out now.
Yeah, but if I'm gonna run into the dirt, it might as well be me who does it.
Is that what you want me to tell my boss?
He takes like a real deep drag of the cigarette and yeah, you tell your boss that.
But for what it's worth, I'm sorry this is happening to you. I really am.
Hey, I appreciate your honesty. It's tough these days for a farmer.
Yeah, that's right. 20 years ago, corporations were slightly less dystopian. Slightly. There was people who had compassion in it. Enjoy the farm, Rux. Well, it lasts.
Yeah,
I'll tell my boss you ain't selling.
Thanks, man. Well, you can buy me a drink when this place goes down, yeah?
I'll try. With that, you kind of go in, you have dinner. You tuck the kittens for bed. And everything's kind of calm until you wake up coughing. And it's not from you smoking, as I assume you don't smoke in your sleep.
No, we don't smoke in the house. We don't smoke in the house. I can't get the kids see this bad habit.
There is smoke in the room, however, and a loud beep going off.
Oh, hell. Jane, I'll look over. Is Jane next to me?
Jane is next to you. She is currently asleep.
Jane, get up. There's a fire.
She immediately jumps to her feet. She goes, all right, you on the kids, you on the investigation. You see the window outside, there's glowing bright as your crops are burning, and you hear a distant gunshot.
Oh, hell. Get the kids, get them to the truck.
All right, I'll do my best.
He rips off the sleeve of his shirt, and this is a personal habit of mine, so I'm assuming it's also something that Rex would do, but he has a glass of water on the bedside.
Yep.
And he dunks the sleeve and pours the water on the sleeve to create and hands it to her, and he's like, get some rags, cover your face, don't breathe in the smoke, keep low, touch the doorknobs before you kick any doors in.
You got it. All right, and she's going to run out to do that. And where are you heading?
I am gonna head to. I guess my water source, so I'm assuming the well, to see if I can try to get stuff. Or you know what? I'm going to get my tractor to try to curtail the fire in the crops to see if I can try to stop the burn. Very wildfirey, can I stop this before it gets out of hand?
Yeah. As soon as you get outside, you start to hear more gunshots. Make a. What's the skills? Let's see. Make a tracking check, I guess. Sounds right.
Tracking? Okay.
Yeah, if you can see another awareness skill in there that feels better for looking at perception, I guess works.
Perception would work better for me than tracking.
Okay, do perception.
That is a 19.
Ooh, with a 19, you notice there's kind of a war happening on your front lawn.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
As there are 5 members of a military corporation by the name of Lazarus actively firing, and you have several neighbors shooting back at them trying to help protect your land, and Crazy Lacey is running at him with a machete, and she's just in a full metal armor, medieval metal armor.
He reaches into the side compartment of his truck and pulls out his shotgun and whacks it with one hand, starts walking in. You burning down my land!
Lazarus orcas aren't going to say shit. They're just going to turn, and they're going to do some gestures to each other, and one of them aims on you and just goes, stand down if you know what's best for you.
I just take a beat on them and be like, I'm looking at the rest of them. Is everybody else still firing, or are they
Oh yeah, the rest are still fighting. Yeah, the Lazarus is the company for this.
Okay. I'm gonna kill him. Be like, get off my property, and I fire at his feet. I'll fire at his feet first. Give him a warning shot.
Yeah, go ahead and let's go ahead and just make a shot check for whatever skill that is, just to vaguely determine what's happening here.
That's a.
We're not going to do a full combat here, but
that's a 15, but I'm firing at his feet. So I rolled a 1 on the die, but I have a plus 14 to shoulder arms.
Jesus. Okay. With that, we'll say that he takes a step back with that, and he is going to reach up and fire. And let me tell you, he's not aiming for your feet.
Oh boy.
That I'm gonna say a 9 on the die is enough to hit. I didn't stat these guys out.
I can roll. Yeah. I can roll reflex, right? Because I'm fast.
Oh, you can dodge bullets. Yeah.
I'm fast.
Yeah,
I'm fast as fuck, baby. What do I have to roll for that?
You roll. You roll an evasion check.
Evasion. What is
that? That is under fighting skills.
Okay. Well, that's a +7. It's not the worst thing.
Yeah, we'll say you have to beat a dirty 20. I'll say these Militech, Lazarus people do have a +11.
I know this is evasion, but like it says, hang on. There's a thing in here saying that I can roll with my reflex instead of my dex because my reflex is so high.
Okay, so, I'll let you do that.
That's what the whole point of like bullet dodging is that my reflex is so high that I can do that.
Yeah.
So my reflex is an 8, so it would be a +11 with this.
Okay.
That's a 9, so that's a 20.
Okay, yeah, you just barely, like, the bullet grazes your shoulder, leaving a scar that I assume you still have to this day.
Yeah.
As you didn't take the futuristic medicine fixes for it. At this point, you see the kids on the front porch, and the wife, like, kind of, what do I do attitude?
And I just look at her, and I'm like pointing at the truck, and it's like, go, get out of here, go.
So yeah, you're driving attention. As this guy goes to like fire another shot at you, a machete digs into the side of his neck as Lacey brings him down. And she goes, four more of them. Come on, Rux.
I rack another shot. He's like,
yep.
No more warnings.
Yeah. Fortunately, as the fight goes on, you manage to take them all out. You only lose one of your nomad neighbors, old Jesse, as we called him.
We give old Jesse a Viking funeral. We give him the very, very supernatural. We just put him on a pyre and send him up to heaven.
Yep. That was the last time you saw your family. They drove off when you told them to, and they never showed back up.
And we cut back, and he's staring at the Idaho postcard, and like if the camera spins around from looking at the postcard in his hand to see Rux just like streaming tears down his face.
Right. And at that moment, Lorenzo, you make it home.
Okay. I kind of just, I guess, what's the situation? Do we have a front door, or is it just a shutter?
Yeah. Here, I'll put everyone in the garage spaces. Right now I have you guys in 2 different areas. Let's see here. Lamp. There, everyone's in here. We'll say the door is right here. This is the door, and then these are the big, like, parking garage doors.
Oh, yeah, Lorenzo...
Rux is over here by the car.
Lorenzo walks in, sees Rux, and just goes, "Hey, man, how's it going?"
Shut up. Because he's like wiping like the tears off his face. Like, don't fucking talk to me right now.
he just looks and goes, "All right," and then he walks into his room.
Got it. And that's where we're on the scene, because I got one more.
Male relationships. Yeah.
Hey, that's men,
baby. Will do anything but seek therapy.
Hey, guys will do anything but go to therapy. All right. I'm not really going to use this set as much, so we can probably keep it in big mode now. But we are about a week and a day into your time, in your downtime, and there's a knock at the chop shop. You're not expecting anyone, but there's a knock.
Is it like, what time of day are we talking here?
It is 2 in the afternoon.
All right.
So presumably Dr. Chrome just woke up.
Aries, have you gotten Gadget to make coffee yet?
No.
Damn it!
Meow.
Are you gonna get to that anytime soon? And he opens the door.
Make a reflex check. Just a generic reflex check.
Fuck Nugget. Anyway. Reflex? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
A no shit check. Okay, got it.
Sorry, no, I got a crit.
Oh, no! Here we go! My reflex is 7 plus 2.
Okay, so, before you know what's going on, suddenly you're slammed against the entrance wall, and there is a hand to your neck, as you see a ghost. You see a very, very, very old Dr. Christian Amwell, aka the original Dr. Chrome. As you kind of analyze the situation, he has a robotic hand to your neck, and you know for a fact that in the palm of his hand is a gun. Like, there's an opening, it's built into his hand.
This is the biggest twist we've had all night, not knowing that Dr. Chrome wasn't the original Dr. Chrome.
I knew this the whole time.
Terrifying.
Meow.
Meow.
What's up, Doc?
You look like shit.
Okay. Says a ghost. Put me down.
Do I look like a ghost to you? He lifts
A
you
little
off the
bit!
ground
Okay. A little bit! Okay, put me down, okay?
I'm reaching for my knife, like, we gonna have a problem here.
You fucking move, little one, and I'll shoot.
No.
Show him. Some notable differences about the original Dr. Chrome. He ain't got legs no more. They're robotic now.
Oh, yay.
He got no legs.
He don't got robot legs?
Oh no, you're
Motherfucker got no legs.
His twin.
No legs at all.
Oh, fuck. He always had the robotic arm last time you saw him. It's the cure to male loneliness, after all.
Of course.
And
yes.
One of his eyes is completely white out. You want to tell me why someone's been looking for a Dr. Chrome for the last few days? Why someone showed up at my fucking office?
You have an office?
He puts you down. And flashback now, we are coming up to the end of the show, and unless we want to do anything else, I think I'm going to leave it there.
Motherfucker.
Oh, no.
The other ones took too long.
Nah, that's fine.
It's okay, we enjoyed each of them.
We did.
We're going to end up with the original Dr. Chrome showing up pissed.
True facts. Alright.
Alright, guys, let's have fun. Are you all feeling good emotions now?
No.
I'm feeling sad.
The best of emotions.
I was worried this would happen.
A whole episode of tragic backstories.
Yeah.
Listen, I figure you guys lived through 2 jobs. You deserve to know where you guys came from.
Fair enough. I'm sad now.
Originally, I was going to have it be happy memories, but that didn't feel really cyberpunk. I felt it better to start with the sad memories, and then when we get the happy memories later, you know that there's doom looming over them.
Oh, doom. Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
It doesn't feel like Ares has a whole lot of good memories.
He had a loving set of parents.
Had.
Well, Dr. Chrome had a mentor, but here we are now.
God damn.
You've
All
taken
right.
my name and
Ryder feels like a dog that's been scolded.
Yeah, Leonardo's feeling scolded over there.
Yeah.
Lewis is shitting his pants.
Just that more like
Is this
Ares
wait?
holding
Okay,
up a knife slowly.
here's the true question: is this the end of chapter 2 or the beginning of chapter 3?
I would have called this an interim. A lunar
All right,
interlude,
chapter 3, episode 1 it
from-
is.
Yeah. You could call it. You could just call it an interlude.
Well, and Nah, we'll call it Chapter 2, Episode 4.
Okay.
Because it makes sense at the end of the graphic novel to do some backstory stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna introduce the next one, but this took a little too long, and I'm not upset because everyone really got into their roles.
Do you want to do the mechanics stuff, or do you want to do the Patreon stuff? First? It's up to you.
Let's do some mechanic stuff. I'll do the mechanic stuff, and then we'll get into Patreon closing out and all that.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
How is Ryder spelled?
R-Y-D-E-R.
Okay. I was wondering if it was an I or a Y.
Yes, Y. Of course, I have to be different.
Of course.
Is your first name or your last name?
Neither. It is a handle.
I'm going to tell you right now that I think Rux is just not going to remember.
That's okay.
That he's going to be like, he's going to consistently get your name wrong.
That's okay.
You will always and forever be the cowboy in Dr. Chrome's mind.
Okay. So you guys get two different sets of improvement points. Yeah. Right. You guys get 2 sets of improvement points for this because you finished your job, and also because most of the session wasn't that, I'm also going to give you another thing. So under group, I was going back and forth under group did not succeed in the mission but tried valiantly, and group barely accomplished mission goals. I'm going to go with that second one, so you guys get 20 improvement points from that. Cool. Plus, under role-playing, very effective or clever use of role-playing, a clever interaction or important role-playing moment, for 50 points, meaning in total you guys got 70 improvement points, which might be enough collectively with what you have before to spend them. Who knows?
I've got 150 now.
I've got 200.
Brings me up to 190.
I'm at 170.
I feel special.
Sometimes I give you guys separate points, but this time it made sense to just do both of them collectively because you all came to play on role-playing this week.
Woo!
We are a bunch of actors over here.
I like to think we did pretty well.
Yeah, you guys, I felt emotions. I just needed to keep them all deep down inside. Also, I did not realize that it was like 8:45 my time, 9:45 Goon time, until right as I looked down to do the next scene, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I flew by.
Oh, beans!
I'm not gonna lie. Every time we have a session like this, I always wish they were a little bit longer.
As Nervous Jim would say, "Oh, beans."
Oh, beans.
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 Oh, beans.
Like, now I just have to go through this whole next week.
Oh no, he's our cabbage stand guy.
Also,
my cabbages.
I'm really glad in retrospect that Dr. Chrome rolled last, because that was the only one that would have made sense to end on. Was the original Dr. Chrome. I hope you're okay with that name, by the way. I forgot to check with you on that one. The real name of Dr. Chrome, OG.
Oh, well, Lewis only knew that Chrome as Dr. Chrome, so.
Yeah, his name is Christian Amwell. Dr. Christian Amwell.
Is your name Lewis Chrome?
No. I'm not gonna tell you his last name, but it's not Chrome.
No.
I've been pronouncing it Luis this whole time when I looked at your character's name.
I may have spelled it wrong, but it's always been Lewis in my mind.
Stupid.
Yeah. Well, there's no. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, over the week, if you guys want to upgrade your abilities or skills with the points you have,
I am.
I'll have to talk to you guys about it because I'm clueless.
All right, why don't we go ahead and Goon, why don't you start doing all the bookkeeping?
Patreon stuff. Who's got Patreon art to pitch?
There's a lot this week.
There's a whole lot. That's what happens when we have very colorful sessions.
I want Dr. Chrome against the wall.
Chrome v. Chrome.
If you will.
Chrome on Chrome action.
Chrome on Chrome? Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And everyone else can pick selfish ones, because I picked the one for Chrome. So everyone else can pick selfish ones if they want.
Lorenzo, a back shot of Lorenzo currently just like sitting at a table.
I'm sorry, you mean Ryder?
Hey.
Ryder.
Ryder, okay, Ryder back shot. Ryder back shot.
Ryder back shot? Is that what we're calling that one?
That's what I'm calling
back
it.
Shot Ryder?
Yeah,
we love back shots.
Lawrence.
Anyway,
I want a shot of Ares in front of his computer with it open to the email on the phone.
Is it also a back shot? And you just get the glow of the...
Is everybody doing back shots?
Yes.
I'll do a back shot. I'm down for back shots. We're doing back shots? All right.
It's a back shot from the original Chrome's perspective.
Right.
Delivering vicious back shots.
He's just getting back shots left and right. Anyway.
Let's see. What else? I should probably increase my auto fire skill, maybe.
My pick is the creased picture of the family with the postcard of Idaho.
And you see the side of Lux's face as he looks down.
Yep.
Be a spud.
Yeah, be a spud. Be a spud.
Be a spud. Come to Idaho.
Be a spud. That just came to me. I'm so glad I blurted
It's
it out
really good. Be a spud is really good.
Be a spud was pretty good.
Idaho, get at me.
Best buds.
Best spuds.
We are best
This episode
buds.
is sponsored by the state of
Idaho.
We are not, to be clear.
Brought to you by the
good folks in Idaho.
The agricultural community of Idaho.
And yeah,
Idaho. Evil was here once, and we talk about it a lot.
They have T-shirts. They have T-shirts that say "I Potato Idaho."
I want to apologize for not posting this week's Patreon art until 2 hours ago, but it is.
I got it.
It's there he goes, and then
Look at him be.
Look at it's there he goes. 5Ed says he trips is the whole post there.
Oh, that was a really funny scene though.
Oh yeah,
me and you betting on whether or not he would trip as he ran away.
Yep, I more or less traced over that one meme of the toddler that's running away.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good piece of art. I loved it. Oh, look at him go! Look at him go!
Look at
I don't know which one to
him
vote for. I just got the poll on Patreon. I don't know which one to vote for. So I'll think about it for the day.
The one more thing I want to shout out on the Patreon is that the first episode of the Cosmic Book Club is up, both on YouTube and on the Patreon. The first 2 episodes are free. This first one was posted last week, and it features the Noodle-Doodler. Next month's episode will feature Video James. So if the first 2 episodes are free, the next episodes will all be for paying members of the Patreon only. And there's only one tier, and it's only $5. So I hope you guys seriously consider joining and doing fun stuff like that.
I didn't write this campaign at that time, but you can get a look inside of my mind and how writing works from that episode.
Yeah, because it's all about character creation. Character creation and Goon's Noodle's disdain for the Chosen One trope. So if you're interested in any of that, everyone, if you guys are interested in that, that's something that you can totally check out.
Our whole episode was 2 people with ADHD bouncing off.
This
each
is
other
true. I can't wait.
I got to be the second person with ADHD in each of these.
It's time for outros, Monsieur Gonkmaster.
Hello, I am Kelvin, aka Noodle, aka the Noodle-Doodler, your Gonkmaster this evening, and I was joined with one of the chosen 2, Dr. Chrome. AKA.
What's up, Doctor?
Bro,
that was the best line I could think of.
That's good.
That was really good.
Not really a chosen one, but I feel like if this was a graphic novel, he'd be the protagonist, writer. No offense, everyone else.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It would be a point of view character, not the most important character in the story. But
if I'm Maine, you're David.
Yeah.
God damn. All right.
And
if he's the protagonist, then Ares is the big guy.
The big guy. Yeah, speaking of which, the one I chose to have the saddest backstory originally, Ares.
Yes. Does he have the saddest backstory?
I don't know.
It's close. It's close with Rux. I'm not
it's
gonna
Cyberpunk.
I would say yours is more tragic, as we don't know if Rux is back, if Rux's family is dead.
I don't know either. I haven't decided.
They're gone. Yeah, they're gone.
Maybe he'll die.
I had a note. That I wrote down that said it was makeup family for James, make it sad. That was the note.
I hope you enjoyed the little short story I gave you.
Yeah, I did. I haven't got to do much with it yet, but I do have it. And of course, the chosen one is the loneliest number. Let's smash it, aka video, James.
Listen. Get the fuck off my property. Kindly get the fuck off my property.
Thank you all for listening, and now I have that song stuck in my head.
That song,
is lonely.
my favorite use of that song is definitely in the Lego Batman movie, which I love with all of my heart.